Hey fam, how are you doing today? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tobi Achudume. If this is your first time here, you are super welcome. I am so excited to have you here with me. So here on this channel, we talk about topics, tips and tricks that will help us grow fearlessly into the best versions of ourselves. So if you're interested in this journey and in this process, then stick around by clicking the subscribe button so you get notified when we have new videos up. And if you're already a subscribed member of this family, then thank you for coming back. You are absolutely welcome, and I am super excited to have you back with me again today. Thank you for sticking around, and please share this video with your friends and family so they also get the goodies that we get in this channel. I think my excitement on today's topic is seeping through this video because I'm going to be talking about resolutions and goals. So it's still the period or season where we are still kind of working on resolutions, goals. People are still going to be setting goals. And I just need to say, when it comes to setting goals, don't put yourself under the pressure of, oh, my goals must be set by this time in the month or by this time in the year. Sometimes your goals will expand. Sometimes your goals will not even be as clear as you want them to be until you are already in the year. So you could start your goal setting process from January and you don't finish it in March, because sometimes you would see different ideas that you would want to work on, and sometimes they would come from goals that you have already set. So when it comes to goal setting, don't put yourself under the time frame of my goal for 2021 must be done by the 10th of January. Sometimes it doesn't work like that. Sometimes you need a lot of time to think on the goals that you want to set and execute at the year. So if that's what you are going through at this point, then take your time. Don't push yourself. Don't rush yourself on the goal setting process. The important thing is that you know that there is something you want to work on this year and you want to focus on, and that way you have a focused year and a year that at the end of the year you have testimonies about it. Now, as much as I have said all of that, it doesn't mean you should delay your goal setting process up to the point where you are not setting goals until the middle of the year. No, don't do that. My point is, sometimes when it comes to setting goals, you need to be in a space where you're thinking clearly on the goals that you want to set. And if you're not in that space right now, don't put yourself under the pressure of you must have your goals set at this point, because what you will do in the state that you are now is set goals that you may not be interested in, or you do not want to even follow through all through the year. So don't rush your process, and also don't take too much time in setting the goal. I think that's a good enough balance for what I'm trying to say. But today I want to talk on resolutions and goals, because again, it's that time of the year where we're always asking each other, what's your resolution? At this point, I think it is very clear that I am not the biggest fan of resolutions. I used to be, but I am not anymore, because now I am more about intentionality when it comes to certain things that you want to execute, work on, and see at the end of the year. So I already have a blog post on resolutions and goals and turning your resolutions into goals instead. I'll leave a link to that blog post in the description box, so please check it out. I think it would put this more in perspective for you. So what made me to talk about this was I was watching an episode of the Shade Corner, and they were kind of talking on, it was their New Year episode. And then at the end of the session, they asked the question, what's your new year resolution? But when they got to one of the hosts, she was stuck and she said she didn't have a resolution. And I kind of felt it, because what we do when it comes to resolutions is that at the spot when somebody asks you, what is your new year resolution? It's that thing that we feel you have to have an answer to when they ask you, what's your new year resolution? So when they ask you what's your new year resolution and you don't have it, you already feel, oh shoot, I don't have something I'm working on this year, or there is no new habit I want to take on, or there is no new project I want to take on, or something. And that is what we define resolutions as: something that you want to start doing at the beginning of the year, or something that you're thinking you want to take on, something that you have admired in somebody, that you have seen somebody doing, and you think it will be something that you want to add to your lifestyle or what you're doing. So I checked for the definition of resolution, because I don't just want to talk on what I think, but what is actually true. So resolution is a firm decision to do something or to stop doing something. So you have decided that this is what I'm going to do or this is what I'm not going to do. When you add new year to it, to get new year resolution, it is something that you decide that you want to do at the start of a new year and want it to continue all through that year. Problem is, with new year resolutions by the 15th, and I'm very certain of this because aside from the fact that I noticed it for myself, I also checked statistics and saw that by the 15th of January, a lot of people have dropped their new year resolutions and are not working on them anymore. There are a few reasons to this, one being the fact that there is the pressure to have new year resolutions every time. So the new year resolution that you come up with because you feel compelled to have a new year resolution, maybe you want to cut down on fizzy drinks, you want to cut down on soda and exchange it for, say, fruit juice or more water. But if you have been taking fizzy drinks for a long time, say every day for the last 2-3 years, and you just want to abruptly stop taking it, you are going to not stop taking it. I hope that makes sense. And I'll use myself as an example. One of the years when I was so big on resolutions, my resolution was to cut down on Coke, and that was because I was taking Coke all the time. Every single opportunity I got to take a drink, I was going for Coke. And so I made this a resolution. See, when it comes to setting resolutions, sometimes you have legit, wonderful, amazing reasons to stay on these resolutions, but because there is no plan, there is no strategy on how you're going to actually execute this resolution, then you are able to fall off the wagon in time. So I said I was going to stop taking Coke at a particular year. So I'd set this resolution at about the 30th of December, I think, because I know that on my birthday I still had Coke. And then I said I was going to stop drinking Coke by the 1st of January. I set that resolution and I honestly was serious about it, but I drank Coke on the 1st of January and did not remember that I had set the resolution to stop drinking Coke until I had finished my first bottle of Coke that year. So my point is, why resolutions are good, if you just set these resolutions and there are no plans to actually work on them, it's very easy to fall off. That's why I rather say you're setting a goal rather than setting a resolution, because goals are more intentional than resolutions. When it comes to setting goals, you are intentional about what you are setting, because the whole process of setting goals includes you drawing a strategy, you drawing the plan that you're going to use to execute the goal. So it goes beyond you just saying, I'm going to stop drinking Coke in 2021. What are the steps that you're going to use to make sure you reduce the fizzy drinks that you drink every year? So that could be you are replacing all the drinks in your fridge with water and fruit juice, or you are adding more fruit to your diet and all of that, or you're making sure that you do not buy fizzy drinks anymore as you go to the supermarket or to the store and all of that. So there has to be an actual plan that helps you to stick to the goal that you have set or the resolution that you have set. So rather than setting resolutions, rather than saying New Year resolutions at the end of the year, I prefer to say I'm setting goals for this year. I'm setting goals towards the year that I want to execute, because when it comes to goals, I am going to sit down, be intentional about these goals that I'm setting. It has to be something that is important to me, something that I am actually going to work on to make sure that it is executed, rather than a resolution that I'm going to forget about by the 15th. So the whole essence of this video is to tell you that you should set goals rather than setting resolutions. So aside from the difference that I've just shared about goals and resolutions, so saying that resolutions are not intentional actions, they're not things that you actually want to work on, they're just maybe habits that you have seen somebody do and you want to pick up. Goals are more intentional, you take time to set it, they're more realistic, they're also things that you are actively involved in. Another difference is that resolutions are more abrupt and goals are a process. So what I mean with this is, going back to my example of saying I was going to stop drinking fizzy drinks at a particular year, goals are intentional acts. So goals are, I am reducing, I'm cutting down my fizzy drinks. These are the steps that I am going to take to ensuring that I am not getting fizzy drinks anymore. I am not buying fizzy drinks when I go to the store. I am not ordering for fizzy drinks at the restaurant. I am going to be very intentional about reducing how much fizzy drinks I take, even when I do not have the choice, because While it is very easy for you to say you want to stop doing this, if it is something that you have built over time, it is easy to build an habit than it is to break the habit. So if it is an habit that you've been doing for a long time, you should know that breaking that habit is not going to happen in one sitting, it's not going to happen in one trying or something. There will be days where you would start taking the fizzy drink before you remember. It has to be a progressive thing. It's not an abrupt action, it's progressive. So again, these are the reasons why I rather set goals than making New Year resolutions, because New Year resolutions are very easy to fall off the wagon for than goals. With goals, I'm setting strategies and I'm drawing out a plan to make sure that I execute the plan and the goal that I have set for myself. While with resolutions, by the 15th or at the end of the first month, you can be sure that you have even forgotten half of the resolutions that you say you want to have for yourself. So I'm going to share with you a few examples of how to change your resolutions to goals. So say one of your resolutions is, I want to be more fit this year, I want to get in shape this year. Making this a goal would be, I'm going to go to the gym 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday and Friday, evenings or mornings, to get my workouts done. Or I'm going to go running every morning or 5 days in a week to make sure that I get in shape. So rather than you just saying I'm going to be more fit or I'm going to get in shape, you're actually saying what you are going to do to get in shape. Another example is, I want to be a better person this year. Everybody wants to be a better person this year. We are constantly on the journey of being better people every day. But making this a goal will be you stating clearly what you need to do to be a better person this year. So I'm going to invest in my personal development by reading 1 book or 2 books every month. I'm going to invest in a personal coach. I'm going to listen to 3 messages every month. You have to put down actual legit things that you're going to do to make sure that you become the better version that you want to be, rather than just saying I'm going to be a better person this year. So I'm interested to know, what are your thoughts on New Year resolutions and goals? Which ones do you set? Do you have New Year resolutions, and how are you working towards these resolutions? I'll probably come back to check how we are doing with the resolutions that we have. If you have already set resolutions, I don't have any New Year resolutions, but I have goals that I'm working on for the year, and that's what I'm going to be intentional about. But if you have resolutions, can you share with me in the comment section what these resolutions are? Or are you going to turn them into goals and actually set plans and processes that you're going to use to execute these goals that you have set for yourself? Please share with me in the comment section. And again, I want us to be more intentional about setting goals rather than just stating facts or stating points that you think are going to make good resolutions. So when somebody asks you what's your New Year resolution, you have something important and interesting to say. Be intentional about the goals that you set for yourself. Be intentional about what you want to be as this year is going on, and the processes and progress that you want to record at the end of the year. That's the difference. That's the major difference between just having New Year resolutions and having goals that you are going to work towards and see results at the end of the year. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and got value from it as much as I enjoyed talking about it. Please let me know in the comment section if you liked it. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share with your friends and family, and I'll catch you in the next one. Till next time, bye.